Alrighty, everybody, how's everyone doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the continuation of Ghost of Tsushima, which is the purpose of this stream right now. It's going to be an exciting one, because today we are going to hopefully finish up Act 1 from what I can see. I've done all the major side questing in the first area of the game. There's no major story-style missions available. I'm sure there's still some things like shrines and fox dens and maybe some Mongol camps or whatever to take over, but for the most part we've done the major narrative-based content in the first area of the game. So today it looks like we're going to be continuing on with the major story elements. We're going to be basically doing some fun stuff and moving on to another segment of the game, which I'm excited for. I obviously want to see where this game takes us. You know, the game is quite good, to the point where it's pretty much my front runner for Game of the Year so far. Of course, we do have many, many games coming out in the next few months, as I outlined when we went through the game schedule update the other day during my 200 Vest Celebration special. So we'll see what happens between now and the end of the year, but right now, this game is outstanding, and I'm really loving it. I want to say thanks to all of you who've been hanging out with me for the last week or so, playing the game on stream. And thank you for your support so far during the playthrough. It is much appreciated, okay? So good stuff today. You know, another 3 to 4 hours of Ghost of Tsushima here on the stream. Should be a good time. And I'm looking forward to it. Now, later tonight, on the late stream, it will be the continuation of Deadly Premonition 2, which we went back to yesterday. And to answer a few questions, first of all, no, the frame rate really was not significantly improved by this patch. I'd say maybe a few frames per second more, but really it didn't do much at all. And yes, the game is just as weird and quirky as it was when we were playing it 2 weeks ago. It's a very weird game, and it looks like we are heading into the end game. From what people have told me, maybe another 1 or 2 sessions, and we should wrap up Deadly Premonition 2. We're nearing the end, okay? So, more of that tonight. 2 hours of Deadly Premonition 2 on the late stream tonight, okay? Tomorrow, we are off from streaming. No streaming tomorrow, guys. I'll be running around doing errands, going to appointments, doing various things that I need to do. Hopefully getting to spend some quality time with my wife amongst all this busy shit that I need to do during the day. But I'll be back on Wednesday with more Ghost of Tsushima and the return of Paper Mario. We'll do a late night stream of Paper Mario on Wednesday for variety's sake. And then on Thursday, probably more Ghost of Tsushima and more Deadly Premonition, okay? Now, there is a new game this week. Destroy All Humans Remake is coming out this week. And the way I want to approach it is as follows, okay? Once I wrap up Deadly Premonition 2, and we get one of these games done in the current rotation, then what I think I would like to do is start Destroy All Humans. And what we will do is balance Ghost of Tsushima with Destroy All Humans. So I will variate between the two games. It'll be back and forth between Ghost of Tsushima and Destroy All Humans. So that way it's not me doing Ghost of Tsushima every single day. I realized the last week there's been a hell of a lot of Ghost on stream. People have been saying, man, if I don't really like it, it sucks because I can't really attend Phil's early streams. I understand what you're saying. I am trying to tackle it because I'm behind on it because of the shenanigans last weekend, which, by the way, I have an update on all this nonsense that's been happening around the streams because we've got some more going on. But I'll tell you about that in a minute. Yeah, so basically, I don't want it to just be the Ghost of Tsushima show every day. Even though I like the game that much, I understand that many of you come by my streams to see variety. And if you're seeing the same game every day, it's not much variety, is it? So, I think we're going to start up Destroy All Humans possibly later this week. Okay? Should be good. I hope so. I hope it ends up being fun. And I hope that we finish up Deadly Premonition 2 maybe Thursday. And then maybe we can, start up a new game. So if that's the case, what'll happen is it'll be Ghost of Tsushima and Destroy All Humans Remake alternated on the early stream. We'll still have some Paper Mario, but the late streams now will start to be bringing back Fire Emblem Three Houses, so we can play that at least once or twice a week. Also, Animal Crossing, which I haven't played in a while now. I'd like to get back to doing some chill late night streams of Animal Crossing. And of course, once a week, my late night stream of Street Fighter on Friday nights. Okay? That's kind of what I'm thinking. Now, I've actually heard that Destroy All Humans isn't a long game. That maybe 3 sessions, maybe 4, I'll beat it. So maybe if I play this and alternate it with Ghost of Tsushima within like a week to week and a half, I'll beat it. If that's the case, that's good news, and here's why. Because right now, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are voting on what games you can see during the Viewer's Choice event. You're voting on 2 games, not 1, 2 different games that will become full playthroughs right here live on the streams during the month of August. All right? Currently, the voting is very close. I'm not exaggerating here. The games that are being voted on are basically within 5 to 10 votes of each other. I mean, even the game at the bottom of the voting is only like 10 votes away from being the number 1 game. It's crazy. This is one of the closest polls I've ever seen, and every day the voting shifts. Earlier this week, we had games like Manhunt and Divinity Original Sin leading the polls. Now we've got Batman Arkham City and Danganronpa V3. But again, the voting is so close, only a few votes could shift the voting. So I'm very excited to see what happens over this next week. This voting will be going on for 1 more week. So basically, all during the course of this week, you guys can vote. And then this coming weekend, I'm going to close the polls, tally up the votes, see if there's any illegitimate voting, which there may be. But don't worry, I'll take care of that behind the scenes. How do you vote? Type !Viewers Choice into the stream chat, or every 15 minutes or so, the link should just post itself automatically. Anyway, go over to my forums, register, and vote. Please vote. The more votes, the better. The last thing I want is people to say, oh, I don't like these games. Well, did you vote? Oh, no, I didn't vote. Well, then I can't really help you. You know what I'm saying? So, please, by all means, vote. Let's get it going, man. Let's see what happens. So, what'll happen here is, I'm going to be playing, as I said, Ghost of Tsushima, and then later this week, Destroy All Humans. Hopefully, by the time I wrap up Destroy All Humans, now we'll have the voting in place. We'll know what's the first game I'm going to start up as Viewer's Choice for August. And we're going to start playing that game. Okay? So that's how we're going to go about it. And then, we'll have another game as well to put into the rotation. So we're going to have stuff to do. Even though August is a pretty empty month for game releases until the second half of the month, we're going to have stuff to do on stream. It's going to be a fun month regardless. By the way, Ghost of Tsushima is an incredibly long game. Today when we finish Act 1, there's still 2 more acts coming. And from what I understand, they're just as long as Act 1. So if it took me a week and a half to get through Ghost of Tsushima, Act 1, I potentially could be playing this game over the entire month of August, which I'm totally okay with. I really like the game. I know you guys are enjoying the playthrough, so I'm totally okay and on board for this, okay? So thank you for tuning into the streams. Thank you for everything. It's been great recently, and I'm looking forward to all the fun coming up in the next few weeks of the summertime. Okay? So we got a positive update and a negative update. Let's talk positive first. You know me, I want to focus on the positivity. We got some good stuff also for August. Here's why. For those of you who are PlayStation Plus subscribers, I said PlayStation Plus. For those of you who have a big festering pocket of PlayStation Plus, all right, that's disgusting. For those of you who are PlayStation Plus subscribers, okay, there's some good news for the month of August. There's a new game that just came out that's all the rage, virally popular because people are playing it in early release. It's called Fall Guy. And I don't know much about the game. In reality, I don't actually know what it entails because I just seen some footage of it, and it looks like one of the weirdest games ever. A bunch of like little cartoonish creatures running up ramps and getting smacked by objects and knocking down, basically falling. Fall Guy, get it? I think it's multiplayer as well. I don't think it's single player. I think it's a multiplayer game where a bunch of people are playing against each other. It just looks really weird. Now, you may have never heard of this game before. That's okay. If you remember, many years ago, all right, I want to say it was like 2015. I could be wrong. Maybe it was maybe it was 2016. There was a game called Rocket League. Not many people knew what it was or talked about it. And then it became the free for PS Plus game during the summertime. And it was pretty much a new release. And it became virally popular. It exploded in popularity. And because of the microtransactions in the game, it became insanely profitable for the game developers. To the point where now they're basically, they've grown as a studio. Huge. Okay? Fall Guy may be the next Rocket League. From what people are saying, it's that fun and addictive, and it's a new game, and it's free. That's pretty crazy. A brand new release is going to be free on PS Plus like that. So I would like to check that out when it comes out in August, okay? I don't know when it's coming out exactly, because the PS Plus games, I think they come out usually within the first 2 weeks or something like that. But when it comes out, I definitely want to check it out, okay? So we'll see. We shall see what happens, but something interesting, and that's good. If you're a PS Plus subscriber, brand new game, virally popular game already on Twitch. I think it actually, one day this week, with the people who were playing it early, of course, they got early access. The elitist special streamers get early access to the fucking game. But apparently the views actually exceeded Fortnite, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. Okay? So, I guess we shall see what happens, but I'm interested in checking that out in the month of August. Okay? Alright, so that's the positive update. Now the negative update. As you guys know, if you were here yesterday during the stream, we had some trolling activities that happened in regards to the same motherfucker who put in false DMCA claims against the channel, then DDoSed me for a day. So now this guy tried to put in fake tips. Alright? Fake tips. $950 worth of fake tips yesterday. He tried to give the channel in an effort to basically try to screw me over. Because you know exactly what this guy was going to do. He was going to put in all these tips in the hopes that I would spend them. And then he was going to claim them all. Oh, those are fraudulent charges. Right? That's exactly what the guy wanted to do. He's like, I can't DMCA Phil. He got around it. I can't DDoS him. He changed his IP, and I'll try to get him this way. Right? He's trying to screw over my PayPal account. Well, the good news is I'm wise to it. I didn't play that stupid game. I immediately refunded all these fake tips, and I blocked his ability to contribute again. So basically, I nipped it in the butt and said enough of that bullshit. I don't want to deal with that on my streams. People trying to actually, support positively. In a real way, make the vest goal happen and everything, continue the vest streak, and you got this motherfucker who's coming in and trying to ruin it. Okay? So you might be saying, well, why am I bringing this up again? Well, I'll tell you why I'm bringing this up again, because apparently I didn't realize it, but in about middle of July, we're talking over 2 weeks ago, this guy had also tipped me a couple times. Now, luckily, it wasn't a lot of money. I think it was like two $25 tips or something like that during a stream. Now, at the time, I didn't know that this was the Superhound guy. I thought that it was just a random contributor. So I didn't know who it was. Well, guess what? He's disputing those tips now. He went to his credit card company, just like I knew he would do with the tips from yesterday. And he went to his credit card company, and he's claiming unauthorized transactions. Too bad for him, he's an idiot. Right? Because it would have been one thing if it was just those transactions and he never contributed again. But now it shows he tried to contribute $950 yesterday. So now there's an established pattern of attempted fraud. And typically when this happens, what I do is I document all that information. And I have all the information. I have the history of this guy contributing. I can show every time he tried to contribute, the time, and if he sent a message and stuff. I keep all that information. So I have it, and I'm going to send all that to PayPal. And I'm going to say, listen, I don't care if this guy's disputing it or not. Look, these are 2 times he contributed earlier in the month, and then just yesterday he tried to contribute again, and he tried to screw me over. Look, both times, by the way, both times he did this, he tried to get me to unban him from Twitter. Why, I don't know. Like, why does he fucking care if I can read his dumb fuck tweets? I don't know. The guy's a brainless fucking idiot, apparently. He really wants attention from me for some reason. And I have all, like, seriously, like, his evidence is right there. So, good luck trying to prove fraud when not only were there 2 transactions over 2 weeks ago, but now there's 9 transactions, or actually it's 10 transactions yesterday, right? So, I'm going to do my best to fight and keep this money. The problem is, guess what? Now I'm $50 in the hole. Isn't that nice? And there's nothing I can do about it. Because the motherfucker is a scumbag criminal. As we already know, I mean, this guy is literally going about every means to try to screw me over. But with DMCA, DDoS, and now fake tips and chargebacks, it's like every day there's something new with this piece of shit. Okay? So yeah, it sucks. I don't like being $50 in the hole because of an asshole. But it is what it is, I guess. Okay? I have no control over the situation except sending the information to PayPal and having them launch an investigation into it. Okay? So, it is what it is there, and I guess we'll find out what happens. Okay? There is a good update, though. If you remember, I told you there was a guy who was trying to dispute a whole bunch of tips that he had done to me weeks ago. Actually, was that about a month ago now? And basically, this situation was on hold for the longest time. So, PayPal got back to me and basically said, good news, we're ruling in your favor. Like we don't know what's going to happen on the side of this other guy who disputed with his credit card company or whatever. But because of the information you provided us, we believe that this is legit, that, it's not, you didn't do anything wrong, and therefore we're ruling in your favor, you keep the money. Good. Now, it wasn't, by the way, some people have completely over-exaggerated and said that was like $800. It wasn't. This guy had tipped $800 over the course of like 9 months, but the ones that he had disputed, I think was around, I want to say it was around $250 or something like that. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. I don't know, because it was like 3 or 4 transactions that this guy had disputed. And I provided them all this information, showing them this guy had tipped over months and months and was absolutely disgusting in the comments of my stream. He was trying to derail it, saying gross stuff. And that's why I eventually blocked him from being able to contribute. So after basically sitting on this for a month because they were waiting to hear back from the credit card company, I guess they were like, all right, enough is enough. We're not going to wait all day or wait all year. And they just ruled in my favor and said, don't worry, you're keeping the money no matter what. We don't really, whatever happens with the credit card company is neither here nor there. You provided enough information, so congrats, and I was happy about that. I was finally happy about that because, with PayPal, it can go either way. Sometimes they'll basically they do many different things. Sometimes they just close the case and say dismissed. Sometimes they say, okay, we rule in your favor regardless of what happens on the other side. And that's the thing, like, I'll never know what happened on the other side of that. That guy could have won with his credit card company and got his money back. That guy could have had his credit card closed and he could have got sued. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know what happened, but I don't care. This has happened before where, as long as I dispute it, I win. That's what happened with Tutankhamun years ago. You guys remember King Tut, how he had tipped me thousands of dollars over the course of like 2 months, and then he tried to charge it all back. Well, once I gave the information, PayPal was like, nah, forget it. This is total fraud, so we're just going to rule in your favor. And I don't know if that guy ever got his money back or not from his credit card company. I don't give a fuck. I kept the money, so I don't care, right? So there you go. Good. That's at least good news on that front, is that was cleared up. But now we got another motherfucker doing it, right? So I don't know what's going to happen with this Superhound situation. I just, I don't want this to be a burden on my streams. You guys are here to have fun and enjoy games with me, and we don't want to hear about this guy every fucking day. But it's obvious this guy is an attention whore, and at this point, he really wants to find ways to screw me, and he's trying desperate for attention, desperate to try to find some way to mess with me, because his other methods didn't work. So it is what it is, but hopefully this is not a repeat thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm hoping that this is just this guy will learn now and say, okay, I tried, I failed, and he'll move on. Knowing these motherfuckers, probably not. Okay? I guess we'll see. But anyway, that's just like a cumulative update on everything going on with all of that. Here's hoping that we don't have further issues with this guy. All right? Now, I want to say thank you guys for the support recently. I have an update, another positive update. We have a new emote. I have not added it yet because it came in during the stream. Like, as I was doing the pre-stream here, I got an email. We have a red vest emote. Yes, we do. A red vest emote. So, I have to add it later today. The good news is, it looks really good, and I have to decide, should it be a red vest over a black shirt or red vest over a white shirt? Because the person who made this emote for me made 2 versions. Do you guys think that having the vest over a black shirt or a white shirt would be better? What do you guys think? I'd like to get your feedback right now. Black or white? Would it work better? Because I need to upload only one version later today. Okay? God of Fates is a black shirt. Formal black t-shirt. Over black. Hobo Chili Dog says white. Black shirt. White says Atlas Telemon. White says Cookie Monster. White says Lumbago. White says Rinkdu. Black says Old Node. Black says Fluttershy. Black. White. Black. Black, white, black. Alright, maybe it wasn't such a good idea to just ask for open information. I don't know. Well, do we have any mods today? Maybe a mod could set up a poll. I have no idea how to do it. But if a mod wants to set up a poll today, would you like to see the red emote over a black or a white shirt? Now, the good news is that This emo I can add later today. The bad news is, because of dumbfuck Superhound, who gave me false DMCA claims last week, I lost my ability to instantly have emotes added. Now I need to wait for the emotes to be approved. And I have to wait 60 days to regain my ability to have the instant approval again. Which is bullshit, because I didn't do anything wrong, but this guy is a piece of human shit. So, I'm going to submit them later today, and hopefully they get approved sooner rather than later, and maybe when I come back on Wednesday for streaming, we'll have the Red Vest emo. Okay? It just really sucks that... Oh, here we go. So someone set up the poll. Very nice. Shirt for the vest emo. Vote for black or white. The poll is in effect right now, guys. Please vote. So, there we go. We'll see what happens. So, I will more than likely add the emote later today, depending on your feedback right now, and depending on what you guys say. We'll get it added and go from there. And hopefully I'll have a new emo. And by the way, yes, it will be a tier 1 emo. I'm not going to add it as a tier 2 or tier 3. I've decided I will just add it as a tier 1 because I have an open tier 1 spot. So the Red Vest emo will be a tier 1 emo. For everyone who subs will have access to this emo. Everyone who subs. Not just tier 2 or tier 3. Red Vests for everyone. Ha ha. I mean, I do have almost 800 subs. Maybe I should reward the subs every once in a while for being supportive. I appreciate that, guys. So, there you go. You guys ask, you receive. Why are you guys doing the clown emo? How dare you? What do you mean? Are you saying that I'm overacting? Are you saying that I am overacting on my streams? How dare you say that to me? I'm very disrespected. And now I've decided to cancel the Red Vest emo. It's not happening anymore. You guys were so disrespectful on my stream today. You don't deserve. I'm just kidding, of course. All right. So, vote right now on the poll. White or black shirt for the Red Vest. I will add the emote later today. Hopefully it will be approved, and then you guys will have a new emote. Okay? Good stuff? All right, good stuff. How dare you guys do more clown emotes? Are you saying that my stream sounds like this? I don't even realize what half of these are. What is this one? Hold on. What is this one? I'm not sure when I would ever use that one. What is this one? Shave and a haircut 2 bits? Why would I ever use shave and a haircut 2 bits? Anyway. Some weird stuff. What's this one? Oh, that one's actually not bad. I could use that one every once in a while. I've had this thing for like 5 years, and I don't even remember the sounds it makes. I should just carry this thing around with me in real life. And when stuff happens in real life, you know, play it. Like someone's walking with a tray of coffees, and they trip and fall, sprays everywhere, covers their bodies, and you do this. Yeah, right. All right. Anyway, the white shirt won the vote. I'm not surprised. People were actually saying in stream chat, Barry Burton, who everyone is saying the vest looks like, that Barry Burton wears a white shirt. So I guess white shirt with the red vest will be the new emote that we will add. Look at that. Look at that. See? You guys like... And by the way, incidentally, it's cool because here's why. I'll show you. I'm wearing a... Well, it's not white. It's more like a light beige. But the white shirt, the Mushroom Kingdom pizza shirt today. So, if we hit the tips goal during today's stream, you guys might want to see the red vest with this shirt, and then it'll look like the emo. Cool. That's pretty cool, huh? All right. So anyway, thank you guys for keeping the vest streak going. Obviously, that's what we're talking about here. 206 straight streams where we hit the vest streak goal, by the way. No tips yet today, but, you know, I'm sure that will change. Thank you to anyone who considers contributing. It certainly would help to get me out of the $50 hole I'm going to be in now because of this asshole Superhound. And hopefully I win the disputes, but I guess we'll see. So yeah, good stuff, guys. Outside of everything else, I mean, that was a lot to talk about. I don't think I have much else to talk about today. Today is the Monday, which means today is a new streaming day out here on Twitch. That means that all the leaderboards have reset. So cheering and sub gifting are completely reset to 0. It's super easy for you to get recognized for contributions today, because even if you cheer a tiny bit today, you're get up as a top 10 right now. If you gift a single sub, you get up there into the top 10 sub gifters. So really easy to get recognized. The only last thing I want to say before we get into shout outs is we are nearing the end of the month. The end of this week, 28th, 29th, 30th, yeah, Friday this week is actually the end of July. That means you might want to consider pledging to my Patreon by the end of this month. Why? Number one, because if you pledge by the end of this month, you get perks that will apply the first week of August. So let's say you want to get a private Q&A video where I answer your questions directly in a little back and forth, private conversation we can have. You need to pledge by the end of the week. All right? So I just want to throw that out there because I don't talk about Patreon a lot, let's be honest. I just don't. And some people aren't even aware it exists anymore. It's patreon.com/darksidephil. And anything that you guys contribute via Patreon, helps out a ton, and you get actual rewards for what you've contributed. Okay? So give it a look. Thanks, guys. All right, that's really all I got. A quick, intro today. Let's get to shout-outs here. So we start off with Only Iced Coffee, who actually cheered overnight. And he says, Phil, I probably won't get to watch the day streams much because I have to go to sleep because I'm now on night shifts. But I'll try to stop by for night streams moving forward. All right, that sounds good. Only Iced Coffee. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment to actually recognize and be grateful for the contributions of Only Iced Coffee. Okay? So the reason that I want to bring this up is he has really contributed to the streams in a giant positive way recently. He gifted like an insane amount of subscriptions. Insane amount of subscriptions. I mean, if you actually count them, oh my God. I would guess in the last month, probably over 100 subs. Because each week he's been gifting like 20-some subs, and that's been going on for like 3+ weeks. So I would guess he's given an incredible amount of subscriptions to the channel. All right, so if you're someone who's been given a gifted sub from Only Iced Coffee, congratulations. Be sure if you haven't to say thanks, because he's a really nice guy, really generous guy, and that benefits everyone. Obviously it benefits me, but it benefits you guys to be able to access all the emotes, not have to watch ads. Everyone benefits from that. So thank you, Only Iced Coffee. Sorry you're not here right now because it sounds like you're asleep because you got work later. Hopefully you watch this back on YouTube. But thank you so much for your contributions. Everyone appreciates it, man. Thanks for the positivity. Hopefully we'll see him tonight on the late stream. Okay, Akron TBK resubscribed to the channel for 10 months. Thank you very much, Akron, for the ongoing support and the resub. Alice Telemon tipped me, Alice Telemon did a 50-bit cheer. He says, honest observation, trolling you seems like an expensive endeavor. Well, here's the thing. I don't know, honestly, when it comes to, false DMCAs or DDoSing, I really don't know what those entail. Like the false DMCAs, this guy did a lot of work. He had to set up a fake blog. So he had to research someone who actually was a commissioned artist who makes emotes and badges for people on Twitch. He had to basically research their information, create a fake blog stating this person was doing this in 2015, and kind of emulate stuff. He had to research someone who they had really created artwork for, and basically had to like fabricate this whole blog system, and then had to submit that to Twitch. What I would guess is as follows, and this is my guess. I have no evidence of this, but this is my guess. Okay? This guy's probably been trying to do this for a while, and probably has been submitting tons of fake shit, and this is the first one that stuck. You know what I mean? Like, Twitch probably has a pretty good system in place to make sure that false claims don't go through. And I would guess this is the first time where he made something that kind of looked believable to the point where they couldn't independently disprove it. So they had to kind of entertain it. I'm not happy about it because it was 100% fake. And obviously it really negatively affected me for a short period of time. But it's, it is what it is. It happened. And hopefully it doesn't happen again, because now the DMCA department is wise to this guy that he's going to be keep trying to do this, right? So, that being said, I don't know how much work this guy put into trying to get those fake claims, okay? As for the DDoSing, that's something I know nothing about. I know exactly what it is. Basically, you create a network of slave computers that do your bidding. And at any moment, you can command them to send packets of data to an IP address to knock that IP address off the internet. That's how it works. Now, does this guy actually have a network of computers in his name? Or does he pay to rent a network of computers? You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, how easy is it to do it? At one point, I was actually told years ago that actually it was an expensive endeavor, that unless you set it up yourself, you would have to like pay to do it, and that it could be pricey. I don't necessarily know if I believe that at this point. Like, maybe it's made over the years, it's become way more of an easy thing since these networks are already in place. But, you know, who knows? Now, in regards to this whole tips trolling thing, I mean, yes and no, it's an expensive endeavor, because here's the thing. You need to have the credit. You need to have the credit to do it, right? If you have the credit to do it, and you want to risk disputing transactions with your financial institution and ruining that credit, or you know what I mean? Like, it's a risk. It's a risky endeavor to try to do fake stuff like that. Now, in regards to this case with Superhound, I can specifically tell you yesterday when they tipped me the $950 fraudulent dollars that they came from various sources. You can actually see if there's differing information, and there was. Even though they all came in from the same guy, they were like different sources. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, so I know exactly what happened here. He split it up among various payment methods so that way he can dispute it with different companies and they don't cross over, so the company can't call bullshit. You see? In this case, I would guess likely this is not legit, and what I mean by that is probably stolen stuff. It's probably stolen credit cards. You know, they're all over the place. Probably found some, you know, a place, black market, where you can buy stolen credit and use it, and probably was trying to do it with that. That's my guess. That's complete speculation. Excuse me. I don't know. I don't have any evidence, but that's kind of you know, my take on it. Okay. So is it expensive? I don't know. I really don't know, because I don't know. Look at this idiot. Here's another moron spamming the chat. We'll take care of that quick. Oh, there we go. He's already got taken care of. I didn't have to do it. My nose. So anyway, I don't know the extent of how much work this guy put into the DMCA claims. It could be he just got lucky and did it once and it went through, or it could be this guy's been trying to do it for ages, a ton of time and effort, and finally won stuff. I don't know how much work goes into DDoSing someone. I don't know if it's something that's simple, that you can do yourself, if it's something that you have to pay for. I have no idea. In regards to the fake tips, you at the very least need to have the credit to do it. And you're taking a risk that, you know, if you dispute it, that was not an authorized transaction. You're taking a risk that a financial institution is going to entertain your claims. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of risk involved. Is it expensive? I don't necessarily know. Maybe just be a lot of risk, right? So it is what it is, I guess. Continuing on, Alice Tillman cheered again. He says, I just saw the poll for the first time a few streams ago. It's a cool feature. Yeah, it's nice. It's basically you do a live poll on a stream and people vote. And it's nice for an on-the-fly decision like this emote. It's not very good for an important decision like, oh, what playthrough should I play? Because it only lasts a few minutes. The polls don't last forever, and plus it's only for people who are here live. It's not like someone who wasn't on the stream can then go vote on the poll later. It's just for in-the-moment voting, it's useful. And so the feature is nice that it exists, but I really don't know, you know, outside of a spur-of-the-moment decision, I'm not sure what use we would have. So I guess, you know, moving forward, maybe we'll try to implement it for quick things, quick decisions, okay? But yeah, I agree. It's a nice feature. Any feature is nice to have an extra feature, and this is just a nice feature to have on the streams. Phil's Harry Sack tipped $1, and basically, here we go again with the stupidity. Says, oh, it's too bad about that $50 that's being charged back, but, you know, good thing you just got $20K in tips. Like, yes, I just got $20K. Spread over, number one, over 4 months. Number two, wasn't $20K at all. There's charges, there's fees, there's things that were charged back. There's all these things behind the scenes. And most of that money has been going behind the scenes to various things. At first, it was going towards bankruptcy stuff. Then it went towards tax stuff. And that's where it's going right now. Like this week, I actually have to pay my lawyer now, which means emptying the bank account, essentially, of all the money that I've been raising to pay this guy so he'll go to work and get me my payment plan for my taxes. But that's the stupidity of kids. Children think that when you get money, that it's immediately just expendable money that you can use for whatever you want. In reality, when you're an adult and you're in debt, you realize that that's not the case. That when you're in debt, you're at a negative, and the money you make just goes to pay the negative. Right now, I'm massively in a negative for taxes. So, no, there was no $20K that magically is money floating around to spend on shit. And right now, I very much am going to be $50 in the hole in my PayPal account because of this asshole. So hopefully I can, clear it up. But it is fucking frustrating and annoying. Okay? So anyway, idiot, thanks for the $1 tip. You're the first tipper of the day, idiot. And thank you for the tip, stupid. Okay, so, folks, as I've told you, things reset today. So we don't have much to say on these leaderboards at all. I only have 2 people to call out and say thanks. We've got Atlas Telemon and Only Iced Coffee, who have tied for top cheerer. Outside of that, we don't got nothing. We got nothing. So that's okay, because today's a new day, the first day of the streaming week. If you cheer today, you're going to get right up there on the leaderboard and get extra recognition. Okay? Now, as for gifted subs, I'm not sure if we had any. I'm going to refresh my chat. I'm pretty sure we didn't yet. But let me refresh the chat and get that information updated, because it did not update for me here. Let's see here. Nope. No gifted subscriptions yet. Okay? So thank you guys for the support so far. Oh, here we go. Alice Telemon just did a 100-bit cheer. He's in overhead and taxes do sum up business 101. Yeah, that's the problem is these kids think that every piece of content, every piece of contribution that a content creator gets is somehow expendable income. It's not. I mean, it sucks. I've got all this debt, these taxes I need to work on, and I really want this to get settled, and it's dragging its feet. The government still hasn't contacted me. So, like I said, I'm paying my lawyer this week. And then whenever the government contacts me, which is hopefully sooner rather than later at this point, we get on this payment plan. I know exactly what I owe each month. And then I can, like I said, I can budget out and start seeing, okay, this is what I make. This is what I owe. Here's what I have to pay. And I can see, do I have expendable income, extra income? I can either save it up or I can use it for business improvements or whatever, you see? I can't do that right now. Everything I'm doing is just in limbo. So, Tangy Asian style aioli did 100-bit cheers. And for the next DSP tries it, can you show us your air fryer? Air fryers are insanely sick. No. No, I can't show you my air fryer for DSP tries it, because DSP tries it is a series where I try out food products, basically. Unless you're saying you actually wanted me to use the air fryer in a DSP tries it, but the thing is, no, I don't do edited videos anymore. I think what you're thinking of is back in the day, sometimes I would do these videos or I'd edit the stuff and edit it together for time-lapse and stuff. I don't do that anymore. I don't even have a video editor anymore. So, no, I'm not going to do that. That's not really the point of the series at this point. Okay? No. Plus, air fryer is not going to be super interesting anyway. It's not, you're returning DSP Tries It into a cooking show, which is not the point of DSP Tries It. So, let me think about it for a second. Okay, I've thought about it. No. All right, Alice Telemon did a 210-bit cheer and says, doing the dance of cash flow to the rhythm of ever-changing tax law, business 102. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you never know what's going to happen. Right now, my taxes are a certain thing. If the tax law gets changed again, it could change again. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but at least for now, I'd like to be settled into something more concrete so I know what's going on in my life. But gotta wait. We'll see what happens. Thank you, Atlas Telemon, for the biggest cheer right now. 210 bits. You're the cheerleader for the week now. Eternal Napalm just cheered 50 bits and says, I've been enjoying your Morrowind playthrough on demand. Your masterclass will be the pinnacle of builds for years to come. Of course, we all know that my Morrowind run is the masterclass run. There's no one else who could do it better. I listened to the feedback of thousands upon thousands of gamers across the globe to make the absolute best build possible, and that's what I'm going with. Yeah, right. But anyway, no, I'm really enjoying the Morrowind run. As slow as it's going now because I haven't played it in a while, and it will come back. Don't worry, Morrowind will return once we get into the swing of things of having the late night chill streams again, which probably is going to happen a lot this coming month because there's not many new releases in August. So once we get through this week and then probably start jumping into the viewer's choice playthroughs, probably the chill late night streams are going to come back and we're going to be returning with Morrowind. Okay, so I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's good to hear, and I'm looking forward to more of it. Okay, so I guess that's that. Looks like we're gonna have a short pre-stream today. Not too much to talk about. Not many shout-outs to do. I guess that's okay. What we shall do here is take a brief break. All right, let's take a brief break. About 10-15 minutes because I have to use the bathroom, actually. It's been building up here. It's been building up here. And I'm like, oh boy. I think I need to take a quick break to use the restroom. Okay? So, I shall return in a moment. Hold on. I shall return in a few minutes with Ghost of Tsushima. Alright, thanks, guys. Oh, Villain X has resubscribed for 12 months in a row, 15 total. Thank you very much, Villain X. Appreciate that. Alright, I shall be back in just a couple minutes, guys, with Ghost of Tsushima. Thanks, and I'll see you in a few. I'll play some music for you.